at the rhythm of the sun. Well, I was wide awake until the dawn upon her face, and the echoes of our song as it hummed along. So stay with me, you are my missing pieces. Oh, you are my missing pieces. You are my missing pieces. So won't you stay with me?
Good morning.
Good. Look at you. You beat me to the punch.
Every once in a while.
Good morning,
You
everyone.
can't pin me down.
Good morning, our fellow Shenmies. I'm gonna forewarn you. I'm a little sleepy.
Oh,
I'm a little delayed on my caffeine kick. By the way, where's Shirley Jones? We haven't seen her on the show in a while.
oh, it's been a long time. Well, she's her own cat, so you know, she does what she pleases when she pleases. So it's hard to.
We might need to
corral
move
her.
the camera and computer to wherever she is nesting, and you just be in a corner on the couch.
We
can
do. We
get her
do
in the
have a
shot.
camera. We do have a camera right by her food, so every time we go on vacation, we can see when she eats, and we get these notifications that it's just her staring in the camera like this.
We should patch that in so every once in a while we can see her roaming through the house live.
She's a weirdo. She is
Oh
a
my
weirdo.
goodness. Well, good morning, everyone. It is lovely to see you today. We are on our podcast number 3, 4.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. Anybody know out there for us?
Does anybody know what we're doing? Someone tell us.
Yeah, please.
I'm pretty sure it's podcast number 3 of our limited series. Today we are covering with ZHOU SHEN 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. We are only doing one video from each year, so it's a very thin slice of
It's a quick
what has happened.
anthology.
It's a
very
little anthology.
swift
We are
anthology.
celebrating his 10-year anniversary for his concert tour course, which we're going to see him live in Las Vegas. Oh, it's so close. Can't wait to
Richard,
meet
your mom's
many-
here.
What's that?
Your mom says good morning, by the
Hi,
way.
Mom. Thanks for joining us. You should
Hey,
come
Sue.
to Vegas too. We'll get Mom drunk and bring her to the roulette table. See what happens.
Yeah. Sounds like
So
fun.
the songs we're covering today have been requested many times over. We have Sound of the Snowfalls from one of the Mask episodes. We have Bloody Love Story. Possible. I know.
Seems like a very contrasting subject matter from the first
Title's
song.
intense. Possible Night and Champions. Those are the 4 songs for today, this week. And
Okay.
of course, we're gonna come back and do lots of other songs from each of these years in time. Of course, just a heads up.
This is great. We should really go to more concerts because I like these weekly lead ups. We get plenty
They're
of
quite
ZHOU
nice.
SHEN. Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
So
All right, so I think it's time to dive in.
let's dive in. But before we do, please hit like and subscribe. Ring that bell so you always know what we are up to at all times, everybody. At all
Also,
times.
please be sure to click on the link below in the description where you can buy us a coffee, help support this page, this podcast, and more specifically, this trip to Las Vegas. We greatly
Yes.
appreciate that. Even consider becoming a Throw Only member for all sorts of added perks, including exclusive access to our Sunday shorts and also our Throw Only events and all sorts of cool stuff. And while you're there, if you'd like to check out the shop, if you're interested in songwriting lessons with Johnny or vocal lessons with myself.
Yes, indeed. You know what song I've been really into lately?
What's that?
Which kind of applies to our guest of honor today. Not guest of honor, but our reactionary guest of honor is you know that song Nature Boy by Nat King Cole?
Yes.
There was a boy,
Da, da, da,
a
da,
very
da,
strange
da, da.
enchanted boy.
Frank Sinatra sings that one, so I've heard it many times.
Yes, I'm more familiar with the Nat King Cole version. Oh, I'm frozen.
It
And though we
happens.
travel very far, very
Very
far,
far.
over land and sea. I love that song. And
It is a very cool song. Hey,
that's kind of
Johnny,
like Charlie.
as much as I like the idea of me being slightly taller than you, perhaps we can have your camera angle back down just a tiny bit.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it doesn't represent your 6'4" stature. Your greatness must be
I
present.
I should tower over Mo.
There we
most.
go. That's a little
Yeah.
better, I think. All right, so
The
first up
greatest
is Sound
Right.
of Snowfalls. And by the way, a quick shout out and thank you to Lydia and Alice from the ZHOU SHEN North American Fan Club who set up the introductions for today, except for Bloody Love Story, which was set up by the ZHOU SHEN Fan Club. We got that from them. So for Sound of the Snowfalls, this is 2018. It is the ending theme of the TV drama Story of Yinzi Palace. It was written by ZHOU SHEN, composed and performed by ZHOU, and was released in 2018. The song conveys the sorrow of unattainable love with a winding and emotional melody resembling the falling of snowflakes. Great imagery. ZHOU SHEN's performance on The Masked Singer 2018 added rich layers and a deep, compelling atmosphere. So we have the transparency on. The link will be in the description below if you want to go watch the original, of course, in its full visual glory, but we are here for the sound. So
Also, before we do, can I acknowledge Robbie real quick? Robbie bought us 5 coffees, and he said, only this can get me out of bed at 6 a.m. See you in Vegas.
we appreciate that. Yes, we're gonna. Robbie's one of our Diamond members. We're actually going to meet in person, not just on Zoom. So that'll be very exciting.
Really cool. Really exciting. You hear this song?
I don't know.
Check it out. I remember the chord progression.
No spamming, please.
情节在掌中结冰，
哦，有想谈恋爱的感觉了。
相逢是前世注定，痛并把快乐尝尽。我慢慢地听雪落下的声音，闭着眼睛幻想它不会停，你没办法靠近，绝不是太薄情，这是贪恋窗外好风景。我慢慢地听雪落下的声音，仿佛是你贴着我脚轻轻睁开了眼睛，漫天的雪无情，谁来陪这一生好光景。
It's so funny having heard ZHOU SHEN, even I guess maybe after the second or third time, where you really start to kind of create that own identifiable category in your brain of what his sound is. Wearing a mask is just seems so fruitless. if you've ever heard him before, it's like, what is the, like, we know who it is.
Right, but at first, because the costume is a dress too, and it's got that sort of female quality to the voice.
I totally get it.
Point, it is misleading, and I'm sure they did that on purpose. But yes, after a few seconds, I mean, at least for us and his fans out there, it's pretty obvious. Yeah,
if you've never heard him before, or maybe once, I can see the challenge at play, but there's just no way that would fool me. There's just no way.
Yeah. No, as soon as my body goes into a meditative state, it's like, oh, okay, it's just.
I know where we are now.
Yeah.
Just the gentleness, the pacing, everything here, and you can hear just from the last couple weeks of listening to him sing that you can also hear this progression of. Yes, we can't see his body language or facial expressions, but you can hear the sense of just comfort in his, getting to know himself on stage, and as he identifies his artistry over the last 10 years, and we really see it in the more recent years, of course, with releasing his album, the Gen Shelf. Going back and seeing the progression is really interesting, because there's certain songs that have a little trepidation, other ones that are just like fully confident, and there's like these little like waves and risks in his choices, just in his vocal tone, that show up. So it's really wonderful to see.
Yeah, I mean that's the cool thing about visiting those early performances, and there was a couple comments on the YouTube page just saying, "Oh, this isn't the best representation of him." It's like, yeah, that definitely, but it's cool to see where somebody
I love
comes
it.
from.
And it's part of his journey. That's part of his history that makes him who he is. So I'm happy to celebrate it all.
And that being said, even the not as quite as refined version of it is still unbelievable. So it's still, definitely not a wasted view.
真好听啊！
累积也不能相信，此生如纸般薄命。我慢慢地听雪落下的声音。只贪恋窗外好风景，我慢慢地听雪落下的声音，仿佛是你贴着我脚轻轻睁开了眼睛，漫天的雪无情，谁来陪这一生好光景。
I love that little pop-up. It's just gentle, with the snowflake imagery, right?
仿佛是你贴着我脚轻轻睁开了眼睛，漫天的雪无情。
Oh, I love that.
谁来陪这一生好？
That sounded like a train wreck on the piano. What was that?
That was the chord.
Not while another chord was playing at the same time.
Oh, it's probably on a delay.
There's a slight delay. And what's great about that is it has just this little cinematic moment of just fluttering upwards and in that high note that didn't take place in the rest of the song, but it wasn't a grand gesture. It wasn't a show off. Here's my range. Here's this. Just true to the story, and just these little moments that just like stick out. That just kind of like flicker in your ears and your brain are responding to. It's just an elegant piece.
Yeah, it's just a very simple melody. Pretty contained range wise. Just a pleasant song. I mean, that's what its intent was, and then he is always right in line with what the intent of the song is, and he doesn't try to overdo it. Little moments here and there to make it, but it's always necessary. It's never like,
it just feels.
He's never trying to show off.
Yeah.
You know, especially a show like this, which is not about necessarily, you know, it's not like a competition show where it's like you're trying to showcase all
It
you
is,
got.
but in a different way, for sure.
Yeah.
You can make...
See, I always wonder about that show because it is the intent to try to fool people, and do you purposely stray
I
away?
think it
from certain
is.
things?
I think it
Okay.
is. A lot of times you'll have something like a rock singer will go on and sing something you've never heard him sing before to try to separate that. That's part of the, to gamify the show, I think. But that
Yeah.
was beautiful. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next song. I think we have some coffees.
We did.
And hi, Helen. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. So, Joy Robinson, I want your trip to Vegas to be the best. Love you. We love you, Joy.
Thank you, Joy.
Our resident biker babe, Joy. Got a coffee from Chris. Thank you always, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Bernardo, 5 coffees. Thank you for your reaction to ZHOU Shen. Hope you enjoyed the concert in Vegas. I am sure we will. Pepio, which I love every time Pepio makes a coffee donation because I love saying that name. Actually, I was thinking of this. I think of random things as I'm frozen. I have a lot of time to think. A lot of time to think to myself. There, I'm back. Is it Pepio or is it Pepio? Or Pepio?
You're asking the wrong guy.
So I always say Pepio. So Pepio, if you could clarify that, what's the accent on your name?
Yes.
Thanks for your reactions. ZHOU Shen has arrived in London today, which is
nice.
A great start. Us too. And then Jalen, thank you for the 10 coffees. Holy moly!
Thank you.
A few days more close to Las Vegas. So thank you guys. This is really, these donations help.
And we're going to do our best to capture the experience and to meet as many of you and just, put it our travel adventure and everything. And that's a lot of fun for us to do and connect. And we'll try to give that back as best we can. Okay. We have...
It's up to you.
You can make it up as... What happens if you accent every syllable? Pepio.
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 Like
there it is.
That's a chant, basically.
Okay. So Bloody Love Story is a song by Zhang Humi, written by Hush and composed by Jonik, released in 2015. I apologize for the mispronunciations. The lyrics combine...
How do you pronounce those names?
Yes, that's where I'm the one who needs help. The lyrics combine violence, aesthetics, and affliction, showing the intertwined relationship between love and destruction. Wow, okay, this is going to be intense. The melody of the song is melancholy and passionate, or melancholoric, as we like to say in this channel, with a wide range of sounds, making the whole song full of drama. Charlie's performance in the C929 Planet Tour, this is from 2019, showed his diverse vocal techniques and unique artistic style. All right, let's see what's happening here.
Nice.
I don't know if we need transparency, because I think it was
fan
cam.
If you have a rule of thumb, if we don't know,
I don't know why I even bring it up. All right, here we go. We will have a link in the description. You can go watch it in its, without the transparency, always. Yes. We encourage that.
Thank you for the 900 people that have showed up already in the first 20 minutes.
Hello. It is a fan cam. All right, we're good then. Awesome.
Okay.
不要还给我，你不要还给我，不要还给我。
Thank you, Gaia.
你尝过的那些甜度， 都是寂寞的果实，那是活生生从心头里割下的我，一块肉像一个赠品，从来都不假思索。你锐利，我就腥风血雨，洋洋洒洒当个写手。
Completely different mood. I mean, this, just even the orchestration with like the bell sounds and just the scenery being created visually, sonically, or visually is stimulated from what's being just expressed on stage, and then he comes in with this voice, one of a kind, and it's just when he's singing in more of a minor key or something a little bit more, I don't know, spooky, ethereal, however you want to describe it. Just it because he brings so much joy in a major key setting. When he goes minor, there's this feeling that I get that it feels like warning, wisdom, like pay attention. There's something, a feeling of there's great value here, because he doesn't just go to a minor key for the sake of doing it, right? And he comes from the most humble of humblest upbringings possible,
right?
And so he's been through literal starvation and being poor and just trying to a survival need to great success. He knows the depth of humanity in a way that I can't even relate to. So when he's singing in a key like this and there's a mood like this, it always resonates for me as a listener, like this matters. There's just this sensation that I get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows he's our sweet angel, and we love his very inspirational and uplifting songs, and we love his goofy personality. But like us all, it's like we're fully fledged human beings, and there's a spectrum. There's the light, and there's the balance to that. Not to say that and darkness doesn't have to necessarily be bad, but it's that's a reality of living in this world, is to have, like you said, his past is not all roses. So to touch into that the painful parts, I just love that he's just complete in that regard. But even so, when he does that, it's never, like you said, it's not doom and gloom with him, and it doesn't make you feel bad afterwards. There's still somewhat of a hope that shines through.
It's like a glimpse into that just perspective of life and everything. And I like what you just said. There's always a feeling of hope in his timbre.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, all right. So I'm gonna keep going here.
But he is our sweet. gosh.
Oh! Oh my goodness.
Wow. Listen, it's always a mistake to try to categorize him into one particular genre or mood or style. But I think sometimes there's a tendency to sort of focus on how just crystalline his voice is, how pure it is. You know, it's like it's skipping stones on just the most, the smoothest lake, and just like bang bang bang, just the most, like it's like little Zen bells ringing off every time it skips off the water.
I like it.
But that being said, I mean, when he wants to rock it out and when he wants to just be a badass and belt out those notes, he can rip it. And man, his channeled chest voice tone that just just soars. It just
and the
soars.
texture he was adding. I mean, he was adding. There's 3 times he had a little bit of a grit. 2 in particular that stood out, that just distorted the sound with, obviously intentional. It was an imbalance of air, so he's like literally triggering muscles to like disturb the air pressure and get a kind of texture mixed in with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just without taking away from, actually, it enhances the surrounding moments with the Zen bell like. In contrast,
Yeah,
and that's the beauty of
that
it.
contrasting duality. Yeah, it's one makes the other more powerful.
Yes, and I want to say
Like
one of the things that I do as a vocal coach. This is kind of an old standard, is having your students lay down on the ground, partially to torture them, but no, it does have a purpose. It's when you lay down, all of a sudden, gravity obviously is hitting your body completely different. So all the muscles around your spine and the muscles around your lungs are responding differently to what your body needs. And you could feel there's a tactile response against the floor that increases your awareness as to how you breathe and tensions around your body. If your arm lifts up, if your neck lifts, your chin goes back. It's a great tool to either humble a singer that's using way too much tension, but more importantly, to help them discover where unnecessary tensions are in their body. So when they're upright, when their posture is more neutral and centered and stacked, if you will, then they can just breathe easier, sing easier. Having said that, let's take another peek at this ridiculous belted moment on the ground that he did. and there's freedom in his neck. He even there's no lift up. The chin isn't forward. His shoulder doesn't lift, and he has even this little float, what I would call. There's this little pivot. So all of the occipital muscles here that connect the skull to the spine are still soft. So he's not even triggering those muscles to like any sort of desperation to make that sound. That is an internal balance. He could be hanging upside down right now and still do what he just did.
I want to see him do that.
Yeah.
Votes to have him do that.
Yes. All right, one more time. Whew.
Nobody breaks these out.
And then this contrast. Comes grit. Jazzy right there too. I can't stop it.
I'm gone. Hold on.
Johnny will be back. Amazing. Johnny.
Hold on, please. Yep. I was literally so stunned that he knocked out my camera.
His vibration channeled through YouTube.
How is it that it's getting worse?
I don't know.
How?
Oh my goodness, that was just. I cannot wait to experience this instrument in the flesh.
There's
can't
just
wait.
not many singers on the planet that literally sound good in any musical setting. He just. Obviously, he sounds amazing in the operatic stuff, traditional Chinese music, anything ballady. He can do a million voices, but to be able to do the pop stuff, sort of trancey stuff, the rock. I mean, he just works in every single setting, and that is not common because you can have an amazing singer in one arena. And then they try to do maybe rock or something or pop, and it's just like a fish out of water.
It's just
a little
a
bit. It's like it sounds
miss,
good. It sounds good, but it's but it's
it'll
just
be
like
in
okay,
tune. It'll be all of that. But
it just seems like a little bit okay. This isn't your lane type of thing. And I just never get that sense with him.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
that was awesome. All right,
that was
super awesome. Quick stop to thank everybody. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name in Chinese characters. It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you, Shirley Liao. Ooh, we don't mean to be on somebody else. Johnny, well, thank you. Thank you to Faye E. very much for your super sticker. And Teresa Solo 86. Greatly appreciate your support.
Yes.
Johnny, your turn.
We do. Yes, thank you to Victor for your coffee. Let's see what he said. Have a great time at the ZHOU SHEN concert soon. Looking forward to more ZHOU SHEN reactions from both of you. We are also looking forward to that.
We hope to see many of you in the chat here, there in Vegas too. We're gonna
anybody that's at the concert.
Meetup. We'll announce a meetup that we can actually all get together and hang out. We'd love to meet you all.
Let us hang out for sure. And Angela, thank you for your 10 coffees.
Thank you, Angela.
And she says, "Gotta work. Thank you for supporting ZHOU SHEN." And just had another one come in.
Well, we appreciate you,
Sharon. Sharon.
What?
That's my Ozzy impression.
I was gonna say we're channeling Ozzy Osbourne now. Totally on par with Charlie reaction.
Nobody ever said that my references would be thematically in line with anything we do ever.
What does Sharon have to say?
Let's see what she's got to say. Oh, she bought 5 copies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Set my alarm to wake up for this. ZHOU SHEN is amazing. Can never have enough of him. I'm so happy that you two are going to his concert. So are we. I will be there too on March 1st. Here's my
wonderful
support towards.
We're there the whole weekend, so we're going to see people at the show on Friday the 28th. But then we're going to, like in the afternoon or whatever, come up with time to meet up with people on the 1st. Okay, next song is from Singer 2020. It is called Possible Night. It was written, composed, and performed by Zhang Yike and released in 2013. Though the lyrics are told from a personal perspective, they convey the slow yet urgent yearning and imagination of young people about love at night. The song features folk guitar. Charlie's performance on Singer 2020 added even more tenderness and freshness, of course. Thank you.
Sorry, Johnny. Rachel says, "Sorry, Johnny. That did not sound like a Brummy accent." Yes, accents are not my thing.
All right, here we go. Oh, and for the record, Brigitte, I saw your comment in the chat. I had you lay down to work on your voice, not to humble you. You're a wonderfully humble person. It was completely and strictly, solely to torture you. That was the only reason. It was for my amusement. I do hope you found that exercise helpful. Oh, transparency. That 1 second could copyright.
Dangerous, high stakes game. These reactions.
It really is.
不能亲口说晚安，那就唱给你听吧。
当你突然看我的时候，当话语开始多余的时候，当心慢慢靠近的时候，这时天刚好黑了。当我快忍不住的时候，当别人开始多余的时候，当爱悄悄来临的时候，这时天刚好黑了。无需言语，无尽浪漫，无限可能的夜晚。
Good morning, Midnight Ambler.
让蜡烛代替所有灯，让音乐代替话语声，此时无声胜忧伤。如果要我开口，只能说一句话，让我成为你的有可能。让 yes 代替所有 no， 让勇敢代替所有就刚下眉头。伤心痛。如果要我选择，只能爱一个人，让我成为你的有可能。
tone just blends right into the instrumentation. It's funny the description referenced the folk song. Well, not funny, but I mean I'm hearing that, right? It's not like I don't know, like a Dan Fogelberg kind of thing, but it has like this storytelling movement. It feels like a narrative of something, like he's telling a story. We don't have the lyric translation today, and I just like the way it's evolving. That there's just a gentle ease again that you want to just hear what he's saying. And my two favorite things that he's doing in this song is these constant little just interval jumps into head voice. So he's switching tones. Just this little gentle moment is just so wonderfully placed that whether that was built into the melody or not, his tone choices there are great. And then that breathiness, I don't know what other word to use, just that whisper tone that just blends in a fact that you wouldn't even get digitally. It's not like a reverb thing. She's able to lean in that direction that just like you exhale with him every time he does that.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite thing too. The lower tones, he kind of got, like you said, more of a fat sound, just more of a broad, soft, mid-rangey tone, which you could became really clear because he would contrast it sometimes at the end of the phrases with more of a pointed.
Right.
If we listened, I'm sure he's going to do it again, but so he would just have this very broad sounding soft tone, and then he would have these little moments that just kind of threaded through. Like that's sometimes he's like a stringed instrument. He's like a violin with his tone, where it just it sounds like my voice right now.
Well, I have to say, your choice of broad was definitely more on point than my choice of fat to describe the breathiness.
Yes, he had a very obese broad. No, just kidding. No, but he has this his ability. He can thread through, and that's one of the reasons why he can work in so many musical settings. Because no matter what's going on behind him or underneath him, however you want to say it, musically, his frequency. It's just this little, it can just weave its way through, and it doesn't matter what's happening, and you can always pick him out. And that's something I've always been jealous of, because my voice is my singing voice is definitely wider.
It's harder
to make it cut through. It needs some massaging. So when I hear a voice like his, it's just like, oh, you bastard, even though I love you. I'm just kidding. I love him. There's no hate.
No, none at all. Like that.
That's one point here.
Love it.
Perfect.
So Bobby, so high notes that he's going to now have more air pressure.
I was gonna say,
This is
I know this
yeah.
song.
Wait, what is?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the credits right here. The Edith. I don't know how to say it. Piaf, Piaf, but recognize it immediately.
yeah.
All right, let me hear him go into that. What a cool transition to introduce that melody.
只能爱一个人，让我成为你的有可能。
Oh, Olivier and Rose.
Levy and Rose, thank you.
Gardez me prendre dans ses bras, qui me parle tout bas. Je vois
Perfect
la
French.
vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours. Et ça fait quelque chose.
No! Oh my god, this camera is killing us. Let me go back in. I'm so sorry. We have good news and bad news. The bad news is Johnny keeps disappearing. The good news is now we have to hear that whole song again.
The whole thing.
Well, the
All right, I'll
ending,
disappear more often.
The French piece. Does he do this entire song? Is there like a video of him just doing this? His voice is just perfect, and it's French. The enunciation is just so good.
Gardez me prendre dans ses bras, qui me parle tout bas. Je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours. Et ça fait quelque chose. 代替所有恼，让勇敢代替所有酒，放下眉头，去上心头。如果要我选择，只能爱一个人，让我成为你的有可能。
Lovely break for that.
Just
如果
beautiful.
只能说一句话，让我成为你的有可能。
So this is 2020. It's just even the difference in his tonal control, his skill sets, stage confidence, everything in just the 2 years from what we started with today,
Yeah.
right? And then you go back even further, obviously in 2015, 16, that was
happened quick.
2014, I think we started with.
It happened quick.
The evolution is just amazing, but not to take anything away from the first impression in the 2015
No.
era, right? Because it still has all the wow factors
I mean,
built in there.
the reason he has a chance to evolve so and a lot of sometimes that happens when it's just through the confidence of that feedback you get from people being like, "You're great. You should know how great you are." You know,
And
obviously he's
constructive.
gotta have-
I mean, he was willing also to take in maybe some negative things, and
sure.
as difficult as that is, he was able to learn from it or learn to move past it and commit to himself despite that. And both of those things are necessary to grow as an artist.
Yeah, that affirmation can be very powerful though, just to have that confidence to keep expanding. And yeah, he just looks confident. I mean, he's a fully formed artist at this point.
Yeah. And still, it's a fully formed
And still
artist,
evolving.
but now on a different journey, with that skill set and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
So, all right.
Oh, well,
Some thank yous in place here.
There's a
First,
couple that came before that, but I have to, because of that song, I have to, Mademoiselle Maxime, thank you for your 5 coffees.
such a beautiful piece.
Where was that? I feel like that, I mean, obviously that was written, I don't even know. I'm just making things up.
6 or
But
7 years ago.
what movie was that?
Oh, I don't know.
First introduced. What was that famous in?
Is that
I feel
like Casablanca
probably-
era or
probably
something?
a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Maybe
sure.
it's not one particular one.
Real
thank
quick,
you, Mademoiselle.
Let
Yeah.
Let me jump in the super sticker so I can get the chat back up here. So Ella Wang, thank you very much. Ping H. Carmen W, thank you. Today's super sticker, thank you very much. Crazy Pig, welcome back, thank you.
Crazy
I don't
Pig.
know how to say this one. Thank you very much. Yu In Lee, thank you. And Ellie Wang twice, another super sticker. Thank you very, very much. All right, continue with the coffees. We got one more song to go.
And what did Mademoiselle say? More caffeine to fuel the Charlie concert countdown. I am all packed to see him in London, and I can't contain myself. That's awesome. Very excited for you, Mademoiselle. And then someone says, "Love." Oh, thank you for the 5 coffees. Love Charlie. Love your guys. Love your guys for these reactions. I went to his concert 5 times. Really missed those nights. So excited. His world tour concert starts soon. Us too. And then I have a Carmen of my own. Thank you for all the ZHOU SHEN videos. I love them. Thank you for your 3 coffees, Carmen.
Thank you very much.
Think of Eric Carmen.
All right. This is our last video for today, but don't worry, we are back next week. And I can let you know when, actually. Probably should. For episode number 4, the week before we get to Vegas, is going to be on next Tuesday, same time. So the Limited Podcast will be next Tuesday, and we'll be exploring, I think, years 22 and 23 is the plan there. Okay, so let's our little introduction. Thank you to Lydia and Alice for this song from the ZHOU SHEN North American Fan Club. Champions is a song released by James Blunt. Okay, in 2019. I know who that is.
James Blunt.
Performed
My
the
life
song,
is brilliant. My love is pure. Look,
see, I'm reading right now, Johnny.
Of that, and I'm doing my James Blunt impression. So, who's gonna
Performed
win?
this song at the finale of Cheng 2021, conveying deep emotions and encouragement to the trainees. During his performance, he showcased his solid and heartfelt mid-low range. That'll be nice, along with his clear and powerful high notes. And this show, I got a little more information about this. I don't know how to say it. CHUANG. Chong 2021. So it's a talent show where Charlie was invited to be the vocal tutor, and he pinpointed the weaknesses in the contestants and demonstrated his techniques for improvement in a positive way, obviously. And he has a highly esteemed coach at the show. I'm sure he was. That's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Never take a chance because I'm too afraid my heart will break.
Voice dropped out there for a second.
Everything that everyone is standing right in front of me.
Got lyrics already on it.
But I think I'm running from the only one I really need. But time stands still and I'm feeling so much pain. It's all right here and I just gotta trust that you're the one. Time has come, so tell me, baby, what's it gonna take? We can be the champions, bring it all tonight. Yeah, might destroy us, but we gotta try. Can't keep looking backwards, running from the light. 'Cause this could be the greatest moment of my life.
And by the way, he can also do straight up pop singing.
I was gonna say totally different style. That verse in particular,
opening. Yeah.
I mean, the tone he's using, first of all, his English is great. Like
the one video we have closed captions for. We understand literally every single
I
thing
know.
he's saying.
But just the way that he's singing, the little inflections, it's a totally different approach to singing than anything else we've heard today, and he just does it so effortlessly. And to make that jump from more classical approach, even rock approach, because not every rock singer can do that either with those little runs and stuff like that, and that having that flexibility. And he just, it's so natural. It's like second nature to him.
Crazy.
Great.
But by the way, as we continue to play this, I'm curious. I see some of you are saying you're from Taiwan. I know we have some people from Hong Kong and Canada and whatnot. In the chat, could you just say what country or state, territory, whatever, that you're in? It's always so fascinating to me, the reach that someone like Charlie has around the planet. I mean, it had him doing, selling out everywhere and in a world tour. The fight for tickets is real. that we had to go through ourselves, and just his reach is just so beautiful. And I love to see that he's not just in a pocket. I mean, he needs to be heard around the world. So I'm just curious about that. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna hit play, and I'm just
We
gonna
have nearly 1,300 today, which is amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
Japan, Singapore, Germany, Malaysia, and U.S., Seattle specifically, all across the U.S. Quite a few are here from Hong Kong. It's late. Thanks for staying up with us.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to let that run. Beijing.
Loyal and, might I say,
goodness.
generous fan base.
Yeah.
You
And
guys
by
are
the
awesome.
way, just even hitting just the like and subscribe and sharing with other people helps his music and our channel get seen by more, and we greatly appreciate that. If you can't afford the coffee or don't want to send coffee, keep going. There it is.
Got it. All right.
Macau in the house. Awesome. Paraguay. All right. Brazil.
Vietnam.
All right, here we go.
Get a little closer now that I can feel it in my blood. Ooh, something about your energy that moves me every time I touch. Worshipping the only thing that's always laying around my mind. So tell me what we're waiting for, 'cause we should hate it on the line.
Shanghai, Ireland.
The time stands still and I feel so
Here we go.
much, and it's all right here. It's what you love, trust, and you're the one. Time has come, so tell me, baby, what's it gonna take? We can be the champions, we can hold the night. Yeah, might destroy us, but we gonna try. Can't keep looking back, roads running from the light. 'Cause this could be the greatest moment of our life. We could be the champions, we can hold the night. 'Cause this could be the greatest moment of our life.
I know.
Fighting to the last, getting dust, but we won't back down. It's time to let the whole world know we can be the champions, we can hold the night. Yeah, might destroy us, but we're gonna try. Can't keep looking back, runs running from the light. 'Cause this could be the greatest moment of our
You just don't know when it's coming either. He just blends into that without it feeling like a setup. Like, here's a big breath, and now I have to set myself up. Or just seamless, the whole thing.
God, he's so good. He's so good. We should go to a show of his. We should.
I agree.
I've
We should-
decided.
It's a good thing we decided a month and a half ago, or we were no way of getting tickets.
I know. Now,
Oh.
I mean,
Awesome. Well,
the competition is out there, and for good reason. He is an amazing artist, and we're
yes,
so
he
lucky to be
is.
able to get through.
Thank everybody for joining us today. We are back for more Charlie next Tuesday as we continue our limited series podcast leading to Las Vegas. We hope to see you in Las Vegas for those of you who are coming. Thank you to all of our Thronely members. These are our gold and diamond. We have a silver tier as well that gets you access to our Sunday shorts, which are videos that you can tell us to watch, and we do, because it's a lot of fun. And that's it for now. Thank you, everybody, for all the super chats, the thank yous.
Thank you guys so
And
much.
Johnny will send you videos for those as well, for the 5 coffees and more. Have an amazing day, everyone.
Later, guys.